It was meant to be simple. A Mark IV Cortina in Australia that was damaged. Perfect as a donor car and for Grant to get parts for his own Mark IV back in England. But often with classic cars, their journeys are not always that simple. The story begins in 1978 when this Cortina was bought brand new by a lady straight from the showroom. She adored the car but struggled with it as she got older. No power steering and heavy at low speed. And while most elderly owners keep things factory, she did the opposite. She had it resprayed black and had the seats retrimmed in beige leather. It was hers, personalised and cherished. Then in 1997 the lady goes to her garage but the car's gone. It had been sold by her cousin without her knowing. So she decides to try and get the car back. The car had been sold to a chap called Nick Hunt, who is well known within the Crayford circles. And Grant, you hadn't quite come into the story yet, but what had he done to the car?
Yeah, well, when Nick bought the car, it was a 2 litre.
Yeah.
He changed it up to a 2.3, then changed it again to a 2.8, then a 2.8 injection, and finally ended up with the BOA Cosworth engine that's in it now.
The gearbox changed too, from the original auto to a 2.3 manual with added power steering. And during this mechanical journey, the car went from black to metallic blue. Now the lady decided to try and get the car back, so she rings him up and tries to get the car back, but unfortunately the deal had been done, hadn't it?
Yes, yeah. Nick is into his Crayfords. He's had plenty of Crayfords over the years. I think he had 3 at the time anyway. Yeah. So there's no way he was going to let it go.
So then he immigrates to Australia, takes a few of these cars with him, including obviously this one. Mm-hmm. And at that point, while driving around, it gets shunted. Tell us about that story.
Sunny days, it normally is in Australia. Nick's driving it about, gets to a roundabout, he stops and the BMW behind him didn't. And rear-ended it.
That's when Grant enters the story, because at that very moment he was trying to rebuild his own Mark IV Crayford, the one he owned in the early 1980s, sold to buy a house, then miraculously bought back in extremely poor condition. And what he needed more than anything were parts.
I see it on the Facebook page and I thought, that's going to help me out.
Yeah, it arrives here, you pay out this money to get it shipped over from Australia.
That was the only problem. It took 6-7 months to get the car over, just because it was just after COVID. Right. There was not many people transporting cars backwards and forwards, so we had to get a container on its own rather than split a container with someone, which made it more expensive.
But when it arrived, you looked at it and you said,
it's too good. I can't scrap this. I can't take the parts off of this car. It's just far too good to scrap. Yes, it was damaged at the back, but I thought we'd have a go at this. Yeah, this is where it got hit by the BMW. This was crushed up. All inside was all done and the chassis valves at the bottom. Yeah. So I got someone down, which was a friend of Nick. Nick recommended him, Simon. He'd done a really good job of repairing it, just the time it took. Yeah. It was just too long, but done a great job.
If you're doing your own restoration, don't forget CBS Car Builder Solutions. We've got a special 10% discount if you use the link below in the description. Right, Grant, let's have a look at this Cosworth engine here. And there's something unique about this bonnet, isn't it?
Yes, I was informed that these are Australian hinges. Ah, okay. Which give you the option of straight back.
Just straight back, and that's it. Which is brilliant. Yeah. And what was you saying about the radiator here as well?
Yeah, again, it's got a cutout on the front slam panel to give you a bigger rad, because obviously the temperature's in Australia. Again, it was put in when it was in Australia.
Yeah. You're telling us about the seats. You've got Granada seats in this one, haven't you?
Yeah, the Granada 4-door seats, so they don't really flip forward as such, but they're electric. Yeah. So...
yeah. But they're comfy.
Oh, very comfortable. Yeah. But just not the right seats.
Yeah, yeah. But it looks great. And I think people see the car sometimes and don't realise it's actually a convertible. They don't realise it's a Crayford. They think it's a vinyl roof.
Exactly. That's
but it looks great when it's off though, doesn't it? Yeah. There's a famous picture of this car, isn't there, in silver. What is that shot?
It's a press shot of David McMullen, the director or the CEO of Crayford at the time. Yeah. He's actually sitting in the car, feet out, just sort of putting the roof down. Brilliant. Just so shows you how the roof goes down on the new Mark IV Cortina at the time.
Which brings us to Grant's original Crayford. He bought it in 1983, a gold 2.3S automatic, now known to be a rare combination. But it didn't stay original for long. He was young. He did what we all did, painted it red, swapped it to a 2.8, fitted Escort RS turbo wheels and seats, and made it look like a Mark V.
That's my baby. Right. Everyone's got a car that they refer to as their car. And over the past 40 years, that's always been my car.
Yeah, now you had to sell it though, didn't you?
I had to sell it because it was like anything else. I was buying a house.
Yeah.
At the time, it was mid-80s. Prices were expensive. I couldn't afford to do both. Have the nice car at the time.
But you managed to find it again. Now, when you found it, what condition was it in?
Terrible state. Been sitting in Scotland for 10, 12 years on a trailer. Contacted her. She said she'd be willing to let it go. Then she realised who I was. She knew where I was in the chain of things. Done me a lovely favour. She actually gave me the car for nothing. She'd been collecting all the panels, her and her husband. They sold me the panels and I got the car for free.
Right, so then once this was done, you started working on your original car again. And what sort of situation are we at with it now?
The car at the moment, the bodywork has been completed.
Yep.
It's got all new chassis rails, inner wings, outer wings, rear quarters. It's been completely rebuilt. It's actually in spraying at the moment.
Brilliant.
So should hopefully within the next 2-3 weeks, I should get it out and hopefully start putting it back together again.
So
which I'm going to need help on.
Yes, well, you've got these 2 Mark IVs, but one's going to go, is that right? Is he going to sell this one?
One's going to go, the blue one's going to go. My little brother's going to have it. He had a Crayford back in the day when I had my one, and he's going to have this one off me.
So it stays in the family?
It stays in the family,
Which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, great.
Two Mark IVs, 2 owners, 2 lifetimes of stories. A car bought by a lady who never wanted to lose it. Taken on a 25-year adventure by Nick, shipped across the world, crashed, saved, and then brought home again at a cost far greater than its value. And that other Mark IV, a young man's pride and joy, returning from the past after 40 years. Thank you very much for joining us today on Classic Car Stories.
Thank you very much, man.
Sometimes the value of the car is not in the metal, it's in the journey. And if you've enjoyed this one, make sure you subscribe. But don't park the car just yet. Drive straight into the next episode because every classic has a story to tell.